Now what we will see from generative function how to find a sequence. If I give you a generative function, then what is an? An is basically the coefficient of x power n. Just remember this. Now let's move on. Before we move on, we just have to understand something called extended binomial coefficient. This concept we have to understand. Okay, once you understand this concept, then your chapter is over. So what is extended binomial coefficient? Only this we have to understand. Extended. Do you remember what is binomial coefficient? Do you remember what is binomial coefficient? So this is the binomial coefficient. If I say this NCR, okay, I can say n comma r. This is the binomial coefficient where n is a positive integer. This is very important. This is very important. Where n is a positive integer, and r is from 0 to n. R is from 0 to n, or I can say r is also, or I can say r is greater than or equal to 0. This r is whole number. So tell me, for example, what is 4C6? That is 0. So you already know that NCR, where r is greater than n, where r is greater than n, then it will be 0. So this is what you know. This you already know. Okay, this is the binomial coefficient NCR, and where n should be positive integer, r should be greater than or equal to 0. R should be a whole number. So for example, 4C6. This is correct. Okay. Now, what is extended? What is this extended binomial coefficient? This is something like this. For example, if I ask you, what is half C2? Can anyone tell me what is half C2? For example, if I ask you, what is minus C64? This is what this is the extended binomial coefficient. Can you see something interesting? I am asking half C2, minus 6C4, minus 2C6. Okay, like for example, I can say like, okay, minus 2C, maybe 10, something like this. So this is the question. So this is what we call extended binomial coefficient. And this is very simple. This is very similar to binomial coefficient, but remember, okay, this is like this. Do you remember what is NCR? How do we write it? We write it like this. I told you that how many times you have to write? How many terms you have to write? Total R terms. Total R terms you will have to write n minus r plus 1 divided by r factorial. This will be your NCR. Remember, we have to write R terms. These are total R terms. So you start from n, and in the decreasing order, in the decreasing n minus 1, n minus 2, and so on. So you decrease. Okay. So you write R terms divided by R factorial. For example, if I ask you what is 4C3, then what you will do? 4C3. Then 3 times you will write 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2 divided by 3 factorial. Like this you will do. For example, if I ask you 5C2, what you will do? 2 times. 2 times you will write 2 times. 5 into 4 divided by 2 factorial. If you want 10C4, what you will do? 4 times. 10 into 9 into 8 into 7. So this is what you will do. 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 divided by 4 factorial. Correct? So this is the idea. So the same idea now you apply here. What is half C2? The same idea. Apply the same idea. Now this is your n. Remember, now this is your n. So the same idea you apply n into n minus 1. 2 times. 2 times divided by 2 factorial. So what will be half C2? What will be half C2? That will be minus 1 upon 4 divided by 2. So that will be minus 1 upon 8. This will be your half C2. Is this clear to everyone? See, this is very simple. The same thing we are doing. Nothing changed, no change, nothing changed. So for example, this is the final, if I ask you what is minus 2C4, what you will do? Please calculate minus 2C4. Now this is your n. So what will be the answer? 4 times. How many terms you have? How many terms? This is 4 factorial. Total 4 terms. This is minus 2, minus 2, minus 1, minus 2, minus 2, minus 2, minus 3. Total 4 terms we have. Total we have 4 terms. So what will be the answer? The answer will be 2 into 3 into 4 into 5 divided by 4 factorial, and then finally I can say that answer will be 5. So minus 2c4 that is equal to, so minus 2c4 that is equal to 4, that is equal to 5. Is this clear? Is this clear to everyone? Let me tell you that intuition will fail here. You can intuitively find like what is 5c2. You can intuitively find it. That means from 5 people you are selecting 2 people. So from 5 people you want to select 2 people. How many ways are there? Intuitively it will be 10 ways. From 5 people you want to, for example, from 5 people you want to select 1 person. How many ways will be there? From 5 people you want to select 1 person. There will be 5 ways. So here intuition will work. Here your intuition will work. Here intuition works. But when you do this, then intuition will not work. Now don't apply your intuition. Just apply the formula. For example, if I ask you half C2, please don't apply the intuition. Now your intuition will not work. Only the formula will work. Okay, so you have to write 2 terms. What you have to write? Total you have to write 2 terms. So here intuition fails. Here there is no intuition. There is no intuition here. So this intuition fails here. Is this clear? So here only mathematics. This is the pure mathematics. There is no intuition here. This is like the pure mathematics without any intuition. Is this clear? For example, if for the real number intuition works, right? For real numbers, like when you deal with real numbers, then intuition will work. When you deal with real numbers, intuition works. But when you work with complex numbers, what is extended real numbers? That is your complex number. So when you go to complex numbers, your intuition fails. In the complex number, intuition fails, correct? So many times intuition will fail when you go to complex number. There is no intuition. We cannot intuitively, like, there is no intuition for us. Yes or no? For example, if I ask you, what is 2 plus 3? What is your intuition? What is your intuition? Intuition is, there are 2 things, there are 3 things. For example, there are 2 mangoes, 3 mangoes. So total there will be 5 mangoes. Yes or no? So this is very intuitive, correct? Is this clear or not? So here intuition works. 2 mango, 3 mango. So 2 mango plus 3 mango is equal to 5 mango. Intuition works. But for the complex number, intuition will not work. Like for example, 2 plus iota plus 5 plus 2 iota. Like intuition is not there. Like what is this iota? So here intuition will fail. Yes or no? You cannot say like 3 plus iota mango. And what is iota? 5 plus 2 iota mango. You cannot say. So for real numbers, your intuition will work. For complex number, your intuition fails. So when you study complex number, this is like pure mathematics. This is like pure mathematics. You have to, there is no intuition. Similarly here. So when you work with these things, then your intuition will work. But when you have half C2, this type of things, here intuition will fail. So what you have to do? You have to apply a simple this formula. This is what you have to apply. NCR is equal to, very simple, R factorial. Then you write, start from N. Total R terms you have to write. N minus 1, N minus 2, N minus 3, and so on, total R terms. So that will be N minus R plus 1. Okay. So is this understood? Total R terms. So tell me, what is minus 1 C3? What is that? Can anyone tell me? Minus 1 C3. So that will be 3 factorial minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus 2. So the answer will be what? Answer will be 3 into 2 divided by 3 factorial minus. So the answer will be minus 1. So minus 1 C3, the answer is minus 1. Is this clear? Are you getting this? So can anyone try this? 1 upon 4 C2. What that will be? 1 by 4 C2. What that will be? So this is 2. So 2 factorial. 2 terms we have to write. We have to write only 2 terms. So 1 by 4 minus 1. So the answer will be what? 1 by 4, and this will be 3 by 4 upon 2 factorial. So the answer will be 3 divided by minus 3 divided by 32. Correct? So this is a very simple idea. So the idea is actually very simple. Like for example, if I ask you minus 10 C3, what that will be? Minus 10 C3. So that will be just 3 factorial. 3 terms you have to write. You have to write total 3 terms. Minus 10, minus 10, minus 1, minus 10, minus 2. So what will you get? You will get minus of 10 multiplied by 11 multiplied by 12 divided by 6 divided by 3 factorial. So the answer will be minus 220, right? Yes or no? Answer will be minus 220. Very okay. So very simple. Like these things are not complicated. These things are very easy. Whatever I ask you, you can very easily do. Okay. So this is called extended binomial coefficient. Is this clear to everyone? So okay, very important note. Very important note. So if your n is positive integer, if your n is positive integer and your r is also, r is a whole number, n is positive integer and r is a whole number, in this situation, what is NCR? In this situation, what will be NCR? NCR will be simple, like NCR will be 0 when your r is greater than, n, then NCR will be 0. Correct? When r is greater than n, then NCR will be 0. Because remember, when your n is set of when your n is positive integer, and if your r is less than equal to n, greater than equal to 0, in this situation, your answer will be simple NCR. You can just simply find your NCR, like your n factorial, like this you can find n factorial divided by n minus r factorial, So like this you can find. But remember, if your n is not natural number, if this n is a real number, what is this n? This n can be any real number. This n can be any real number. R should still be whole number. R must be whole number. R cannot be real number. R must be whole number. N can be any real number. In this situation, what will be your NCR? In this situation, if R is 0, then NC0 we always take as 1. For example, here also, if R is 0, then what is NCR? That is 1, right? If R is 0, NC0 is 1. So if R is 0, your NCR will always be 1. So here also, if your R is 0, your NCR will always be 1. No problem here. Now, for the remaining cases, what will be for the remaining cases? If R is not equal to 0, then what will you do? Then you will do like this: R factorial, n minus 1, and so on, n minus r plus 1. This is how you will find. Is this clear? So all these things you can very easily find, like minus 3 C4. That will be what? That will be 4 factorial. And what you do, this is your n, minus 3 minus 1, minus 3 minus 2, minus 3 minus 3. So total 4 terms we have to write. Now the answer will be very simple. That will be 4 factorial. And answer will be 3 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 6. Okay. So quite simple. So the answer will be, I think, 15. So minus 3 C4, that is 15. Okay. This is easy. This is not very hard. This is very simple, because we already know that NCR is equal to this. This we already know that NCR is equal to this. This we already know. Just apply this. Okay. Now, if you already know this extended binomial coefficient, then what will be extended binomial theorem? Tell me, what will be extended binomial theorem? What that will be? Extended binomial theorem. So that will be what? That will be, you already know the binomial theorem, right? You already know the binomial theorem. In the binomial theorem, what I told you, you have something called like x, this type of thing you have. For example, 1 plus x power n. Okay. In the binomial theorem, here this n should be what? Here this n should be a positive, I can say whole number. This n should be a whole number, right? Or I can say positive integer, or I can say natural number. So this should be a positive integer. In this situation, you know the answer. The answer is what? NC0 plus NC1x plus NC2x square and so on. So this will go on. Can I say this will be infinite? Can I say this will go till infinite? Can I say this will go till infinite? Yes, but the remaining terms will become 0. See, yes, it will go till infinite, but the terms will become 0. You already know that it will go till infinite. See. You can write like this. There is no problem. There is no problem. You can write like this. There is no problem. It will keep going. It will keep going. Why it will keep going? Because it will keep going because this will become 0. It will keep going because all the things will become 0. Is this clear? So all the things will become 0. You have all the zeros will you will get all the zeros. So I can say, for example, what I can say that 1 plus x power 3. I can write it as 3c0 plus 3c1x plus 3c2x square plus 3c3x cube. I can continue 3c4x power 4, 3c5x power 5. I can continue, but you can notice that this will become 0, this will become 0, all the things will become 0. But remember, if your n is a real number, then these things will not become 0. Yes or no? Like for example, if your n is minus 3, let me take n equal to minus 3. Now this will very simple, but these terms now they will not become 0. These terms will not become 0. So the idea is same, but these remaining terms will not become 0. Remember, this is not equal to 0. This is not equal to 0. So the idea is same. So I can say in the extended binomial theorem, here we have 1 plus x power n, where n is a real number, then it will be equal to nc0 plus nc1 x power 1 plus nc2 x power 2. What will be the coefficient of x power n? The coefficient of x power n, that will be nc. Coefficient of x power n, that will be ncn. Coefficient of x power r, what that will be? That will be ncr. And coefficient of x power n plus 3, what that will be? Coefficient of x power n plus 1, that will be nc n plus 1. Remember, because n is real number, so this will not become 0. This will not become 0 because n is real number. Is it clear? My question, is it true that NCR is equal to NCN minus R? Is it true? NCR is equal to NCN minus R. Is this true? So this statement, you know that this statement is true if and only if. If and only if. When it is true? If and only if when n is a natural number. Remember, this type of all the things, all the combinatorial manipulations, they are only true when you have n is a natural number. For extended, these things don't apply. Please don't apply these things for extended. Don't apply. For example, if I give you minus, like for example, if I give you half C2, is this same as half C, half minus 2? Remember, R will always be, this should always be a whole number. This should always be a whole number. Should be a whole number. Remember, this should always be a whole number. So this is not same. This is not correct. So, okay. So point is this, that this is a note I want to tell you. This is a note that for when n is real, the only thing you can apply is this. When n is real, then what is the only thing you can apply? When n is a real number, like, but not natural. But n is not natural. Like, if n is not a natural number, n is a real number, then the only thing you can apply is this. NCR is equal to n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus r plus 1 divided by r factorial. This is the only thing you can apply. Don't apply anything else. This type of things you don't apply. NCR equal to NCN minus R. These type of things are only applicable where n is equal to n belongs to positive integer. So remember this. So when you are dealing with real numbers, then only these things we have, only these tools we have. And this is very important because many students, they make mistake. When n is a real number, but n is not a positive integer. When n is a real number, but n is not a positive integer, then only these tools are available. Then this is what you can do. You can find NCR, there is no problem. R will always be a whole number. R should always be whole number. So you can find NCR. You know how to find NCR. Okay, so very simple. Just apply this method and you will get your NCR. So you can find NCR. Also, you can find 1 plus x power n. This is what you can find. This is what you can find. Tell me, what will be the coefficient of x power r? Tell me, what will be the coefficient of x power r? That will be NCR. That will be NCR. Okay. Summation. This r is going from 0 to infinity. Okay. So remember, coefficient of x power r, that will be NCR. Don't say NCN minus r. So only this is what we have. These two questions I'm giving you. First question, 1 plus x power minus 2. This is what you have. This is your expression. In this, what you find, the coefficient of, this is what you find, coefficient of x power 4. Tell me, what will be the coefficient of x power 4? Tell me, the coefficient of x power 4, what that will be? This is your expression, 1 plus x power minus 2. So the coefficient of x power 4, you know, that is what? That is NC4. That is NC4. So that is minus 2C4. And minus 2C4, what is that? So just find minus 2C4. Minus 2C4, that will be 4 factorial. And it will be minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. Okay. So what that will be? I think answer will be 5. So this will be 5. So coefficient of x power 4 will be 5. Okay. Tell me one more thing. If I ask you what is coefficient of x power minus 4? Now, coefficient of x power minus 4. Now what that will be? That will be what? That will be 0. There is no such term. We don't have such term. This type of term will not be there. Because remember what this means. This means NC0 plus NC1x plus NC2x square. This is like this. You will never get x power minus 4. This type of term is not possible. This type of term is not possible. Okay, let me ask another question. In the same question, if I do 2 plus x power minus 2, what is coefficient of x power 4? What will you do? 2 plus x power minus 2. And I am asking you coefficient of x power minus x power 4. What will come to your mind? Remember, here you have a real number. So this is your real, not a positive integer. This is not positive integer. This is a real number. So what do we have? When you are dealing with real number, what do we have? Please tell me, what do we have? We don't have this 2 plus x. This a plus b power n we don't have. We don't have a plus b power n. Please remember. We don't have this a plus b power n. So when you are dealing with n is real number, in this situation, these things you cannot do. In this situation, remember, in this situation, when you are dealing with this, when your n is real number, in this situation, you cannot do this NCR. This is you cannot do. Please don't do this. Okay, so don't do this. Not allowed. I can say this is a not allowed. Not allowed. And also this a plus b power n. This a plus b power n. How to handle this? To handle this, you have to take a power n out. If you want to handle this, then you have to take a power n out. You have to take this a out if you want to handle this, because we can only handle 1 plus x. This 1 plus x we can handle. Only this 1 plus x we can handle. Nothing else we can handle. Only 1 plus x, this type of thing we can handle. So if you want to handle a plus b power n, then you have to take a out. Take a out. Now you can handle. Now this is fine. Okay. So this is the idea. Now in this question, I'm asking you. So what will be this? So you take 2 out. So this I can write as 2. You take this out, 2. So that will be 2 power minus 2. What it will become? Half power minus 2. Correct? Yes or no? So you take 2 out. If you are taking 2 out, then it will become 2 power minus 2. 1 plus x by 2 power minus 2. I want coefficient of x power 4. So now you find in this. So coefficient of x power 4, that will be NC4. That will be NC4. So that will be basically x by 2 power 4. That will be x by 2 power 4. And n, okay, and n is your minus 2. And this is minus 2. So tell me what will be the answer? This we already know, this is 5. So we got 5 divided by 2 power 4 into x power 4. And don't forget this. Don't forget this. So the final answer will be, this will be the final answer. So your final answer, let me tell you the final answer. So the final answer will be 5 divided by 2 power 6. 5 divided by 2 power 6. Is this clear? Take 2 out. How will you take 2 out? Please tell me. 2 plus x power n. If I take 2 out, then what I will get? First of all, tell me what power I will get. And inside I will get x power 2, x by 2 power n, 2 power n. Here n is equal to minus 2. So it will become 2 power minus 2. So the final answer will be 5 divided by 2 power 6. This is the question asking. The question is asking coefficient of x power 4. So what we are doing? First we are doing 2 power, this 2 we are taking out. Then we are getting 1 plus x by 2 power minus 2. And now the coefficient of x power 4, that will be like this. X by 2 power 4 minus 2 C4 minus 2 C4. Okay, and the multiplication by 2 power minus 2. So from here, the answer you will get 5 divided by 2 power 6. Okay. Clear? Please tell me, is this clear? Can you solve this? If I ask you, what is minus 3 C4? What that will be? Minus 3 C4. What that will be? So that you will find like this. There will be 4 factorial. There will be minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6. Now see very interesting thing. See one interesting thing you notice. Can I see, if you see in the decreasing order, please look at this in the decreasing order. Something like this you are getting. Okay. So if I multiply by 2, 1, if I multiply by 2, 1, then what I will get? I will get 6 factorial divided by 4 factorial into 2 into 1. Yes or no? Into 2. And this 2, this is basically 2 factorial. So 6 factorial divided by 4 factorial, 2 factorial. And that is your 6C4. That is your 6C4, correct? Can I say? So what I'm doing? So for example, if I ask you, what is minus 4C3? What is that? Minus 4C3. That will be what? That will be 3 factorial, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6. So that will be minus 1 power 3. That is fine. Minus 1 power 3. But what is happening inside? Minus 1 power 3, because there are 3 minus. Okay. So what is happening inside? 6 into 5 into 4 divided by 3 factorial. So what I will do? I will multiply with 3 into 2 into 1 divided by also 3 factorial. Now, okay. So this will become 6 factorial. So finally, what I'm getting? I'm getting 63 minus 1 power 3. Don't forget about minus 1 power 3. So I'm getting minus 1 power 3 into 63. So what I'm saying this. This is what I'm saying, that if your n is a negative, like, okay, for example, if I can say that if you have n is a natural number, and I ask you minus NCR. See, n is a natural number, and I ask you minus NCR. Okay, then this is very easy actually. What you can do, because n is a natural number, and I'm asking you minus NCR. For example, n can be 4, and I'm asking you minus 4 CR. So what that will be? Like, for example, let me take 4. Let me take 4. Then what that will be? If I ask you minus 4 CR, what that will be? So what you will do? R terms, total R terms you will write. Minus 4, minus 5, minus 6. What will be the R term? That will be n minus R plus 1 divided by R factorial. Correct? This will happen. Yes or no? Total R term you will write. This is your n. So it will be, the rth term will be n minus R plus 1. Okay. So if you write this in the decreasing order, then what I will get? I will get something like minus 3 minus R. Okay. So basically it is decreasing. So it is just decreasing. 6 into 5 into 4. So you are getting a decreasing order. Or you can take you can take minus out. So just take minus out. So it will be 3 plus R, and you take minus out. So that will be minus 1 power R, because total R terms we have. Total we have R terms. So because we have R terms, so we will get minus 1 power R, and this will be what? This will be 3 plus R, and it is a decreasing order, and divided by R factorial. Divided by R factorial. Now what to do? Let me just do 3 into 2 into 1. Let me do this 3 into 2 into 1. Okay, divided by 3 factorial. What I got? I got minus 1 power R. What I got? I got 3 plus R factorial divided by R factorial 3 factorial. And what is this? Please tell me, what is this? So minus 4 CR. I got minus 1 power R. 3 plus R factorial divided by R factorial 3 factorial. That is nothing but 3 plus R C3 or CR. 3 plus R CR. Okay. Yes or no? So this is what we got. So what I want to say, that when you have this like negative integer, if you have this negative integer, then you can do something. You can do something. So this is the final, like if you have a negative integer, like for example, if you have this type of thing, minus NCR, where this is a negative integer. If this is a negative integer. So if this is a negative integer, this minus n, this is a negative integer, like minus 4, minus 5, something like that. Then what you can do, this minus NCR, you can solve this minus NCR. This will be like this, minus n multiplied by minus n minus 1. Okay, multiplied by minus n minus 1. How many terms? Tell me how many terms? Total R terms. And the rth term will be, okay, n minus R plus 1. This will be the rth term divided by R factorial. Okay. Now you can take minus out. So you can take minus out. So that will be total R terms we have. So it will be minus 1 power R. Total R terms we have. Now put them in the decreasing order. So you have n plus R minus 1. Then you are having a decreasing order. N plus 1 n. So you are having a decreasing order divided by R factorial. Now tell me, what should I multiply up and down? I should multiply with n minus 1 factorial, right? I should multiply with n minus 1 factorial. So that this will become, what this will become? This will become minus 1 power R. This will become n plus R minus 1 factorial divided by R factorial n minus 1 factorial. And what that is? Minus 1 power R what I will get? I will get n plus r minus 1 CR. Very simple. Is this clear to everyone? What we are doing? We are multiplying with n minus 1 factorial up and down so that this thing will become n plus r minus 1 factorial. And then finally, this is what we got. So nc minus ncr. But remember, this should be what? This should be a negative integer. This should be a negative integer. Then you can write it minus 1 power r as it is, n plus r minus 1. And this will help you. This formula will help you many times. Because, for example, now, remember, r is as it is. R is as it is. And on top you have n plus r minus 1. This on top you have. So, for example, if I ask you minus 4c3, then what you will write it? Minus 1 power 3. Don't forget about minus 1 power 3. Don't forget about this minus 1 power r. This 3 is as it is. And what I will get? I will get 4 plus 3 minus 1. N plus r minus 1. So what I got? I got minus, and that is 6c3. So minus 6c3 you have to find. So the answer will be very simple, minus 6c3. Yes or no? For example, if I ask you minus 5c2, what that will be? That will be minus 1 power 2. This 2 will be as it is. Then you will have 5 plus 2 minus 1. So finally you will have 5 plus 2. That is 6c2. And that is your 15. So you can only do when you have negative integer. Here you have negative integer. You cannot do this. For example, if I ask you this, then please don't apply. So, okay, so here you cannot apply like this. This type of thing you cannot apply. N plus r minus 1 minus, okay, this type of thing you cannot apply. Okay. So whatever method you want, you can apply. That is your choice. But in the GATE exam, what they can do? In the GATE exam, they can give you this question. See, this question can come in the GATE exam. This is a generative function. I am giving you a generating function. So consider this generative function 1 minus x power minus 10. Okay, this is the question. And I am asking you, what is the coefficient of, okay, so let's take, for simplicity, let's take 1 plus x power minus 10. And I'm asking you coefficient of x power 7. So what should be the answer? And options are given like this. For example, I'm asking you, this is the generative function. A generative function is given to you 1 plus x power minus 10. I'm asking you, what is, basically what I'm asking you, can anyone tell me? This coefficient of x power 7 in the generative function, what is that? In the generative function, the coefficient of x power 7, what is that? That is a7. So I'm asking you a7. This a7 is what I'm asking you. But in the options, what they can give you? In the options, they can give you minus 10c7. They can give you this. But let me tell you, they will not give you this option. They will give you options something like this. They will give you options something like this. They will give you 10 plus 7. So this type of option they will give you. Are you getting what I'm saying? Tell me. Which answer is correct? Which answer is correct? So here the answer will be, this answer is also correct. This answer is also correct. Okay, this is correct. This is correct. This is wrong. This is wrong. So 1, 2. Is this clear? Because remember, the 1, it is given to you 1 plus x power minus 10. This is your generative function. So you can expand this. So what you will get? You will get minus 10c0 plus minus 10c1x plus minus 10c2x square and so on. You want x power 7. So that will be minus 10c7. Now minus 10c7. This you can also write. This you can also write minus 1 power 7. 10 plus 7 minus 1, 7. So you can also write it as minus minus 16c7. Yes or no? So this is not very hard. This is very, very simple. As long as you have this type of thing like minus c NCR, as long as this is negative integer, as long as you have negative integer here, you can write it as minus 1 power r. Okay, this r you write as it is, and then you write n plus r minus 1. Very simple. Just do this. Very simple. Okay. So all the points, are they clear to everyone? Like every point we have seen, everything I have told you. Did you understand?